Welcome back to the Cope Well podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Ashley DeLucia. Today, we'll explore practical mindfulness tools that serve three purposes: helping you as a parent stay grounded, supporting your child in developing emotion regulation, and strengthening your connection as a family. If you're listening to this, chances are you've experienced some of those moments, meltdowns, defiance, those behaviors that leave us frustrated or exhausted or questioning our abilities sometimes. And the reason I share a lot of what I share on the podcast is because I want to provide you with support, but help you feel like you're not in this alone. So mindfulness approaches can help you and your whole family navigate those challenging moments. And today we're going to explore some of those mindfulness tools that really serve three purposes. So maybe they help you as a parent to stay grounded. They can support your child in developing emotion regulation tools for themselves. And mindfulness tools can help strengthen your connection as a family. So let's get into it. Before we can effectively support our children, we need to understand our own reactions to challenging behaviors. So think about, if your child acts out, how does your nervous system respond? Is it fight, flight, or freeze? And there's no right or wrong, because whatever it is, it's totally normal. And it probably rarely leads to the calm, thoughtful parenting we actually want to provide. So we need to create a mindful foundation. Your first tool for this mindful foundation is the STOP technique. This is another one of those acronyms. But if you notice your child's behavior is triggering you, this is where you try it. So STOP. The S stands for just stop what you're doing. The T stands for take a breath. The O stands for observe what's happening in your body. What are the quality of your thoughts? What's happening in your mind? What are you feeling? And then the P stands for proceed with intention rather than reaction. We always want to proceed effectively. So this stop skill isn't about ignoring our emotions or trying to do the perfect thing. It's really about creating that pause between the stimulus and response. So between the behavior, the situation, and your behavior, your actions, your response. So, and giving yourself the space to choose your next action rather than just being driven automatically by that nervous system response, fight, flight, or freeze. The second tool I want to give you is a body scan. And this is really just a check-in. I would do it throughout your day, especially in calm moments. That's the time to practice a lot of these tools to help you prepare for those moments where you aren't quite so calm. So with the body scan check-in, it's just a practice of quickly scanning what is happening in your body. What sensations are you feeling? Where are you feeling your emotions, if any? So notice, are your shoulders tense? Is your jaw clenched? Is your breathing shallow, or are you breathing deeply into your belly? So by becoming aware of your baseline stress levels, you'll be better equipped to notice when challenging behaviors start to shift those and affect your physical state. So this is a powerful one. I have a body scan YouTube short that's just 1 minute, and then I have a longer version. And I did create the longer version for children. So I would recommend doing it with your child. That way you'll get the practice and your child will also get the benefits of that. That's on my YouTube channel, and I think it's just called Body Scan. Tool number 3, I talk about this a lot, I feel, but it really is one of the most important skills with mindfulness. bringing in self-compassion in the moment. So when you do react in ways you wish you hadn't, practice self-compassion rather than self-criticism. So this skill is really letting go of our judgment thoughts and practicing that compassionate self-forgiveness if we do respond in a way we don't prefer. Research shows that parents who practice self-compassion are more emotionally available to their children and recover from difficult moments more quickly. So self-compassion is such a powerful tool, and I don't want us to forget that. So always keep bringing that in. I made a Instagram reel the other day about being human and making mistakes and messing up, but then using those moments instead of beating ourselves up, really using those moments as opportunities for growth and seeing what can we do differently next time? How can I be better? Because I want to learn from my mistakes. I don't want to respond this way. How am I going to respond differently next time? Especially once I have the awareness that I'm being triggered by XYZ, whatever it is. And you can become more familiar with that by practicing these 3 mindfulness tools. Another phrase you can use to help you bring in some self-compassion is remember that the moment is temporary. So if you can say to yourself, this is just a moment of difficulty. This is part of being a parent and being human. May I be kind to myself in this moment? And then check in with what you need. What is going to help you feel better? Now I want to give you some tools on mindfulness for children. Children's problem behaviors usually stem from their developing nervous system just being overwhelmed. So mindfulness tools can help them build the skills they need to regulate their emotions and behaviors because it all starts with our nervous system. So the first tool I want to give you for them is breath work. And for younger children, I would introduce breathing techniques using a stuffed animal, and you can call it a breathing buddy. That's a great hack to try. But if you have them place their stuffed animal, their breathing buddy, on their belly, and then have them lie down, see if they can make the buddy rise and fall with their breath. And this just teaches them to retrain their bodies to make sure they're getting their breath deeply into their body. This is how we trigger the relaxation response. And babies do it, puppies do it, but with added stress, we tend to just breathe higher and higher up in our bodies, and we need to practice getting our breath deeply into our belly. So have them put that stuffed animal around their belly button area. And it's really cool because this is a tangible thing they can see. They can watch a stuffed animal go up and down. And it's been so effective for the kids that I've helped in the past because it's fun too, right? They have one of their favorite stuffed animals with them to help them breathe deeply and help them calm down. It's beautiful. And it makes this abstract concept of mindful breathing just more concrete and fun. The second tool for kids is an emotions check-in, and often this is recommended to do as a weather report. So we talk about emotions being storms that come and that they go, and sometimes it's sunny and sometimes there's a thunderstorm, right? So if you can teach children to describe their emotions like a weather pattern, you could have them say, like, I'm feeling a thunderstorm feeling, or I'm feeling a little bit cloudy today. Maybe there's some cloudy thoughts in their mind. That's going to help them create distance between their overwhelming emotions and helps them understand that their feelings, like the weather, are temporary and they change. They can change pretty quickly. And after a storm, if the sun comes out, sometimes you see a rainbow. So just remind them that there's a dichotomy, right? There's good and bad. There's difficult and easy, and there will be good, right? I've said before that the water always gets calm after a storm. So help them find that calm. Another fun thing you can do with them is help them make a mindful glitter jar. There are lots of great recipes for doing this online, but do it with them because they'll put the glitter in this jar. You could use a mason jar or a plastic water bottle even. Shake it up, and when the glitter's going everywhere, that is going to represent their mind when they're upset. But slowly the glitter settles, and it shows how our minds can become calm again. So children can shake the jar when they're upset, and they can watch it settle as they breathe deeply. It's also just a great sensory tool. So that could be fun to keep in a calm down corner and teach them how to use it as a sensory object as well. But it's a good analogy to help them. So those are your 3 tools for children. And so now I want to give you some tools for connection and co-regulation. I've talked about co-regulation before, but as a reminder, it's a process where the child borrows your calm. So you help them regulate because our nervous systems often mirror each other. And this is some of the most powerful mindfulness tools that exist to strengthen the parent-child connection and support co-regulation, these 3 tools that I'm about to give you. And really, I think I wrote an article on how co-regulation is such a forgotten piece of mental health. So practice being their calm anchor. Regulate yourself. Use your breathing, use your words to describe your emotions and model that for them. This is very, very powerful. So one tool for co-regulation and building that connection with them is mindful listening. So if your child is expressing a difficult emotion, practice mindful listening. And this just means putting aside any ideas you have to fix or change their feelings. Just be present with them and their experience, and then reflect back what you hear. Like, it sounds like you're really frustrated about bedtime. I know this is hard because as parents, often we want to say like, don't cry, it's okay, they're there, and we try to soothe them. So just try to let them have their experience and be there for them, listen to them, and reflect back to them. This is also going to help you build that co-regulation. Tool number 2, synchronized breathing. During some calm moments, practice breathing together. I would do their favorite breath with them, whether that's starfish or bubble breath or Pokemon breath or whatever fun thing they're into. Sit beside them. You can make it playful, pretend to blow up a balloon together, taking those deep breaths, make your belly big like a balloon. This is going to activate the parasympathetic nervous system for both of you. So practice deep breathing together in whatever fun way works for you guys. Tool number 3 is loving kindness. And I've shared a loving kindness meditation on my YouTube video. I would really implement this during difficult moments. So when your child's behavior is particularly challenging, silently practice loving kindness phrases. They are, may you be happy. May you feel safe. May you feel loved. May you feel ease or joy or peace. There's different versions of it. I want you to find one that works for you. You understand the purpose. Create more love, create more kindness, and send it out. This will help you maintain a connection even when you are setting boundaries, because as the parent, you have to act as that authority figure, and you can still do that with love. So I'm going to leave you with a few reminders on mindfulness, because I know mindfulness can feel hard sometimes, especially in the heat of the moment when things are difficult. So I want to remind you that mindfulness is not about being calm all the time. It's truly about being aware of what's happening, even when what's happening is chaos. That's okay. But it's the awareness piece and being present in it. So start small. Notice even little things, like if you're feeling triggered or if you notice where your breath is, that's all that mindful awareness that we want to start developing. So you don't need to achieve calm on the first try. It's always a practice. And definitely model that self-compassion. So if you find yourself not being mindful, model it. If you lose your temper, show your child how to recover. It's okay to talk about that and show them that you're human. That is going to be such a huge lesson for them, I promise. You can say something like, I got really frustrated and raised my voice, and I know that wasn't helpful. I'm going to take a few breaths, take a break, and try again. And it's okay if you apologize. It's okay if you practice the loving kindness meditation together. I have seen kids help their parents. Hey, remember, take your deep breaths. I've even heard that from my kid. He was probably making fun of me, but it's an awesome reminder. And I love that they hear us. They are learning from us in every moment. And you're so powerful. So it's brought tears to my eyes before to see the kids help other kids and help the adults in their life use some of these tools and strategies to get regulated and get calm again. So the other thing I want you to remember is that your child's nervous system is still developing. So that part of their brain, the prefrontal cortex, that's responsible for emotion regulation, is not developed. It actually doesn't get fully developed until they're in their mid-20s. So your calm, your mindful presence is literally helping them build their capacity for self-regulation. And it's so important. Like I said, you are powerful. So using these tools is really about being a present parent and really being there for your kid, helping create that connection and compassion. It's showing your kid that you're showing up in those hard moments. You're there for them and they're not in them alone. So awareness, compassion, intention, rather than reacting. And if we forget and we react, we apologize. We choose a tool to use next time. We forgive ourselves. And I want you to know that the tools that I shared with you today aren't going to be magic fixes. They're practical tools that need to be practiced over time. They can help create more calm and connection. And some are going to sound awesome to you, and some might feel awkward or you don't want to add those to your toolkit. That's totally fine. I would just choose one or two to focus on each week and come back and listen to this again and maybe choose another one or two. And remember that every moment offers a fresh start. Every breath is an opportunity to begin again, every moment. So your willingness to approach parenting in a more mindful way is already a gift to your child. The fact that you're here and listening to this says something that you are trying and you want to make things better and you want to change and create more calm and help your child be happier. And that is amazing. So thank you for listening. I hope this helped you. If you found these tools helpful, you're welcome to share this episode, share the tools, share my articles, however I can support. I just want to get the word out there and make this a happier place. So until next time, be gentle with yourself. You're doing awesome. Cope well.